Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Ravens flock. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying your day. So, once again, we are back at it talking about everybody's favorite polarizing quarterback in the National Football League, one Lamar Action Jackson. His name is once again being brought up by the media in another installment of quarterback contract controversy, but I will not be addressing that in this video. The media is free to say whatever the hell they want this week. I know they've been talking some smack about Lamar and trying to push narratives, but I really don't care about that. I want to focus on the guy, not what the media is saying about the guy. So obviously, we know Lamar Jackson has not shown up to any of the OTAs that have been occurring. He's been doing his own thing. And everybody, especially Ravens flocks, have had concerns as to why he's not there and what could be preoccupying the man and stopping him from going to OTAs. Well, number one, OTAs are voluntary, okay? It's not mandatory, it's voluntary. So if Lamar himself chooses not to go, he doesn't have to go. Obviously, Ravens flock wants him to be there because they want him to work with this receiving corps. They want him to work with this new improved, hopefully, offensive line. They want him to be out there in the facility working alongside these guys and practicing with them. I get it, I understand, but at the same time, OTAs are voluntary, and I'm not going to be mad at Lamar Jackson if he's not there, if and only if he's doing his own separate work and trying to improve in his own separate way. And that's exactly what he's been doing, which is why I'm not really speaking out on him being, absent from OTAs. Instead of Lamar being at the facility, Lamar has been doing his own personal training with his own personal guys. Obviously, we know he has his own personal coach, his own personal quarterback coach that he's been working with over the last 2 years. It was the same guy he started working with last year. He's working with them again this year, working on improving his passing, working on improving on his mechanics, working on improving his passing deep and outside the numbers. Obviously, Lamar continues to work to improve on his game, and he's working with his personal quarterback's coach to do that. That's what he's been doing this offseason. We've been seeing the videos come out. Hell, we're still seeing some videos because Lamar's been posting it on his IG. So that's definitely one of the things that he's been doing, and I have no problem with him doing it. If Lamar feels what's best for him is to continue to work with his personal quarterback's coach and continue to work on his mechanics and improving, I got no problem with it. And neither do the Ravens. Like we've heard from both the coaches and the players and even the front office, they don't really have any worries about Lamar Jackson. The players have all said Lamar is working hard. We know he's working hard. Whenever he's able to come here, he'll come here, but we know he's working hard and doing whatever it takes to help lead this team to a Super Bowl. He's trying to prepare himself to go on a potential Super Bowl run, to be the best quarterback he could possibly be for this Ravens franchise and give us a chance to compete for a title. The players know it. The coaches know it. They've both expressed that. The front office has expressed that this is what Lamar Jackson wants to do. So they don't have a problem with it. Neither do I. And I understand the Ravens flock. They don't like the fact that Lamar is not there. But at the same time, if he's working on improving in his passing and working on improving in his mechanics and doing whatever he needs to do to be a better quarterback than what he was last year and to have a bounce back year and come out and play at an elite high level to be that MVP quarterback he was again, if he's doing that on his own and he feels that's what he needs, I have no issue with it. So yeah, he's been working with his quarterback's coach, which I have no problem with. But he's also been working with another trainer to build up the muscle he needs to come out here next year and be an absolute beast. I'm sure you guys have seen the pictures. Y'all have seen the videos he's been posting. And man, I gotta say, from what I've seen of his workouts, from the pictures he's been posting on IG, Lamar looks jacked, man. It's definitely been a couple years, but Lamar looks jacked. Here's a picture of him in his rookie year. As you can see, the guy doesn't really have that much muscle on him. He's very skinny, and this is a concern a lot of people had about him when he was coming out of the draft. Because he was so skinny, people didn't believe he'd be able to take these hits. Now, here's a picture of Lamar Jackson right now. See the difference? That man has been working hard to put on that muscle and gain those gains to be able to take those hits and continue to be as effective as he can be. So yeah, I got no problem with Lamar Jackson working with his coach, his personal quarterback's coach, working with trainers to build up that muscle. If he feels that's what he needs to do on his own, that's fine. At the same time, whenever he feels the need to come to OTAs, as long as they're available or whenever they continue to happen until we actually get to minicamp, I got no problem. Whenever he feels the need to come. If he doesn't, it is what it is. But, you know, as long as he continues to put in the work and as long as he continues to try to focus on improving his passing and doing what he's got to do, I got no problem with it. And he's had some nice videos that have come out. We all saw the one video of him on one knee where he threw the ball 50 yards on one knee. That was nice. Reminded Ravens fans of some bad memories. I don't want to talk about that. I'm sorry. What was that? I don't know. Did I say Kyle? I don't think I said a Kyle. Do you guys know a Kyle? Does Ravens Flock know who a Kyle is? I don't think we know who a Kyle is. I don't think we have a Kyle on our history reports. I don't think anybody named Kyle ever played for this team. Do you guys remember that? I don't remember that. I don't know what that was. But yeah, Lamar Jackson on one knee, throwing 50 yards. It was nice. And he threw that. That was a beautiful throw by him. It was a straight line throw, 50 yards down. And he just flipped it. It didn't really seem like he really put a lot of effort into it. And that's been one of the funny parts of, that's been one of the parts of Lamar's game that people don't talk about. And it's really funny because we've seen the videos of him showcasing his arm strength, but people continue to say that the guy doesn't have a big arm or he doesn't have a lot of arm strength. He has a noodle arm. I don't even know where that came from because Lamar in college as a whole, like not even just in the pros. If you go back and look at his film from when he was in Louisville, the one thing he was consistently doing well was the deep ball. Maybe there was some issues consistency-wise in some of the accuracy throws he was making, but in terms of just the deep ball in general, he loved doing that in college. And he clearly showcased his arm strength by throwing these bombs down the field consistently during his time there. And he's shown those moments as well in his NFL career. So I don't know where this idea that Lamar Jackson has a noodle arm comes from because he's always flicking the ball. He'll flick it like 40 yards. He'll flick it 50 yards. The guy can throw the ball down the field. He's got a cannon, but, you know, that's not really talked about that much. Either way, it is what it is. Not much really to discuss here. Lamar's working with his guys on his own time instead of being at the facility with the guys during OTA. It's fine as long as he's putting in the work to improve as a quarterback, to improve as a passer, to improve as a player. Whatever he's doing to improve, I am fine with it. If he wants to pull up to OTAs, cool. If he doesn't want to, cool. At the end of the day, when he needs to show up, he will be in this facility ready to work. As long as we get a Lamar Jackson that is better as a player and as a quarterback heading into this season, I don't care where he works out at. That's just me. You know, at the end of the day, OTAs are voluntary. Not every quarterback pulls up to it. So it's not like it's a requirement or it's not like it's a situation where it's a bad look for a quarterback if you don't show up to voluntary OTAs. As long as you're working out on your own and doing whatever you need to do to improve, I don't care what you do. Like, it really shouldn't matter. And I know the media's been getting on his case for that. They've probably been discussing it. I don't really care. It's not a big deal. At the end of the day, Lamar's still putting in the work, so there shouldn't be an issue. And as for the Ravens Flock members that believe that's an issue, at the same time, guys, don't sweat it, man. It's not really as serious as you're thinking, man. It's not that serious. Lamar has had plenty. Lamar in the offseason himself, we've seen the videos. He's worked out with his guys, okay? It's not like he hasn't worked out with his guys. He's worked on building that chemistry. So it's not like Lamar hasn't worked out with some of these receivers during the offseason. He's worked out with them. I'm sure he plans to work out with them even more at some point down the line just before training camp comes. He will be working out with these guys. Do not sweat it. Do not worry about it, Ravens Flock. It is what it is at the end of the day. As long as the man is putting in the work to be better and be a better quarterback, be a better passer, be a better player overall, I've got no problem how he chooses to do that. If he wants to work out on his own with his own guys, that's cool. If he wants to show up to OTAs, that's also cool. I got no problem with it. Anyway, that's all I got to say for this one. Lamar, keep putting in the work. And yeah, hopefully this will be a successful season. We'll see, you know. Come training camp, we'll see how that goes. Or at least come rookie. I don't even know if he'll show up for any camp. You know, it is what it is. I'm not worried about that right now. Anyway, that's all I got to say. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.